Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Wisdom. What I want to talk to you about today is that thing that stops people from speaking in the first place. And that's fear about messing up. But do you know what? It doesn't matter if you mess up. Everybody messes up, even the professionals. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about your presentation and that you shouldn't really want it to go well and that you shouldn't want it to go as best as you can possibly make it. To do that, what you need to do is make sure you put your groundwork in and your preparation so that you've written a really great talk, you've practiced it and rehearsed it. But if you've done all that, trust me, it's going to go fabulously. What I don't want you to do is worry so much that you might get a word wrong, or that you might say too many ers, or that you might just trip over some words here or there. Because if you do, that really doesn't matter. The thing is, when professionals make mistakes, you don't notice because they don't show it. If they err or if they trip over their tongue, they just carry on as though it never happened. And that's what you need to do as well. If you kind of stop and let it show on your face and go, then obviously people are going to notice. But if you just carry on, then people probably won't even notice that you've made a mistake in the first place. And if you forget something or you leave something out that you intended to say, well, guess what? No one will ever know because they don't know what you intended to say in the first place. So if you leave it out, it really doesn't matter. So what you've got to do is three things. Number one, you've got to give up that idea that it's got to be totally perfect. And if you don't believe me and you want some evidence, you just tune in to watch any TV show that's been broadcast live and you will see the presenters making loads of mistakes and they get paid a fortune for what they do. So that should give you a little bit of hope. Okay, the second thing that you need to do is forget the idea of trying to copy somebody else. You may see somebody that you think is a fantastic speaker and you think, I'll try and do it like they do. No, it doesn't work. You have to be yourself. The only person you can be when you're speaking is yourself. And if you focus on just being you and letting your personality shine, that will be brilliant. What happens with a lot of people when they're speaking, they think they've got to go into some kind of TV news presenter person and all their passion and their personality just flies out the door, and we don't want that to happen. We want people to connect with you, and they can only do that if you're being you. So tip number two is be yourself. And finally, what you just really want to do is think about your audience. It's not about you in the first place anyway. It's all about the message that you've got, that gift to give your audience. And if you do that, then that's the most important thing. You're going to be fabulous, your message is going to be even more fabulous. So those are the three things to think of when it comes to doing your presentation. Not that it's got to be perfect, because it really doesn't. So don't let that fear stop you anymore. Get out there, start speaking, whether it's live, on stage, through webinars, and get that precious message that you have to deliver out to your audience. See you next Wednesday.